And before we get into today's lecture, I just want to take a moment to remind everyone to mark your calendar for March 29th. And, mark your calendar for March 29th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do another relational live stream lecture on how to develop a successful business goal. You know, this is one lecture you do not want to miss. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is how do you go about getting watch hours as a YouTube content creator? Or rather you're trying to get watch hours to monetize, or rather you're trying to increase your watch hours even if you're already monetized as a content creator. You know, my channel it's a little 4 years old. I've been monetized for over 2 years, going on 3 years as a monetized content creator. And you know, I'm strategic in everything I do. 2024, the prior 365 days, my watch hours for 2024 was a little over 9,000. So my goal is to hit that 10,000 watch hours within a 365-day time frame for as a content creator. And I'm gonna just say this. In terms of rather you monetize or rather you already monetize. In terms of watch hours, I'm gonna say this. In order to get watch hours for your YouTube channel as a content creator, number one, you're behind, cannot be lazy. And it's your responsibility to attain your watch hours versus relying on somebody else to run your playlist or this and that. No, I'm gonna just break this thing down to you in everyday language. And all of these tips and strategies I'm gonna talk about, I've been using every last one of them since the birth of my channel, people. And more aggressively the past 2 years as a content creator. You know, if you want watch hours, you are going to have to publish content. And because when you publish content and someone view your published video, that equates to watch hours. And when I say publish content, I'm talking about a diversified various of different types of content. You know, rather it's a short live stream, video upload, podcast, relational lecture, live footage. Like I did a lot of live footage when I traveled abroad to Rome and Italy and Cairo, Egypt and all those places. And just like I'm out here getting my walking on, I'm out here getting my exercise for the day in the real world, walking, moving my arms, my legs, incline, decline. Because let me tell you something, when you're going outside walking, you ain't just walking on no flat surface. You're doing incline, decline. You're outside. You're outside getting the sun, the fresh air, and you're moving your whole entire body, and you're working your cardiovascular. So one of the things I do as a content creator to gain watch hours, anytime I'm getting my exercise done, because I exercise pretty much every day, but anytime I'm outside walking and getting my exercise and getting my cardiovascular, I'll go ahead and do a live stream when I'm walking. I'll do a live stream lecture. So now I'm getting my exercise, I'm getting my cardiovascular, and now I'm doing a live stream. And you know what? That's one way to get watch hours. Views, rather somebody watch the replay, because you got to understand that when you publish content, anybody in this big old wide world at any given time can view your video. You're building your video catalog. So, and all that ties into watch hours. You know, I do various different types of published content on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and that takes work. It takes work to build your video catalog, but in building your video catalog, people, you're earning views, which is interchangeable with watch hours. You know, as a content creator, I'm clocking about a little over 1,000 watch hours a month. That's work. And you gotta sustain it. And I work harder now than ever before as a content creator to see continued growth in all areas of of my YouTube channel, not just views and watch hours. Views, watch hours, brand deals, increasing my monthly YouTube checks, subscribers. You know, I'm working harder now than ever before. And I tell people, if you're behind is lazy. If you ain't willing to build a diverse video catalog, it's to sustain it, to see the growth of your channel in views, watch hours, money, brand deals, all of that. If you ain't willing to do the work that it takes to get monetized and to sustain your monetization and to push your channel into a whole nother stratosphere, then you're not going to see growth. You're not going to see growth in views. You're not going to see growth in watch hours, because what'll happen when you begin to start publishing content, when you begin to start building your video catalog, then what's going to happen? You're going to see a regression in your channel. You're going to see a regression, a decrease in your money if you monetize. You're going to see a decrease in your views. You're going to see a decrease in your watch hours if you are not producing on a daily basis as a content creator and you are sustaining that. You got to treat it like a business model. You know, I'm only, I give myself I have a strategic goal on my business plan in relation to my YouTube channel. And one of my goals is to exceed, because I did 9,000 watch hours for the prior year, or for the prior 365 days, I clocked 9,000 watch hours on my channel. So my goal that I'm giving myself is I'm going to exceed that 9,000 watch hours within this 360-day time frame as a content creator. So in order for me to exceed and get beyond 9,000 watch hours within the next 365 days, I'm gonna have to continue to produce. I'm gonna have to continue to publish various different types of videos, shorts, live screens, video uploads, relational lectures, live footage. And another thing I tell people too is you also, because it's a business, you also, from time to time, I invest money on YouTube paid advertising to promote my business, Parents and Associates, to promote my book, to promote my YouTube channel, to promote certain videos on my channel. I pay for YouTube paid advertising, and because you gotta advertise, people, when you're paying that money to advertise your product, service, your brand, your YouTube channel, whatever money you spend per month on advertising, what that does is it pushes your product, your service, and your brand, and certain YouTube videos. It pushes it into a whole nother stratosphere, and that means now you got, I got a high percentage of my viewers and brand deals and supporters are international supporters. You know, I'm international subscribers because I'm willing to put forth a certain amount of money for marketing as a content creator and a businesswoman to market my product, my services, and my brand, and all the money I spend on that. So 100% business. And you better believe I got that indicated on my strategic business plan. But make no mistake, even when you're paying for marketing, whatever service, a product, a brand, a good marketing, people begin to view that product, service, or a brand, a video that you're marketing. You got to have the goods to bring to the table. If I do a YouTube paid advertising and market my book, Awake Financial Freedom, then you know my thing is that book is available on any major platform, so I got to have the goods to deliver. All I got to do is click a button, they got the book. If I'm marketing my company, Parents and Associates Resource Center, in a YouTube paid advertising, and they seek out my company to go into an executed contract for me to develop the strategic business plan over the course of 4 paid coaching sessions. I got to have the goods to deliver if I'm marketing that on YouTube paid advertising. If I'm marketing certain YouTube videos to market, to expose my YouTube channel to the world, and just because I'm marketing a certain YouTube video, that person still got to be impressed enough to view that video. They still got to be motivated and driven enough to view that video, to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos on an ongoing basis, which has a direct impact on my views and watch hours and money. So I say that to say that's another way also to increase your views in order to get watch hours. Be willing to also invest into your brand, to invest into your YouTube channel, and to invest into your other services. Because YouTube now, if you notice when you're going in, and especially doing certain videos and shorts, it'll give you an option. It'll give you an option on, do you want to promote this video by paying for advertisement? You have that option. I believe that option is available for folks who are already monetized. I'm not sure if that option is available for people who are not monetized, but I say that to say paying for marketing people is another aspect that you can do to promote your YouTube channel to get it exposed to the masses. But still, make no mistake, you still got to have the goods to bring to the table. Your channel got to have substance. Your content on your channel needs to be inspiring, motivational, uplifting, educational, and thoughtful, useful information to the world people, which should be clearly indicated in the description area of your YouTube channel. So these are many ways. You got to block out time you're going to set aside, and you may say, well, I'm going to publish 5 published content a day. That 5 published content a day can be a mixture of shorts. It can be a mixture of a live stream. It can be a mixture of a video upload or a podcast. That's where the work comes in. Can't nobody do that for you. Can't nobody publish your content for you. If you want to see growth in watch hours, views, watch hours, money, or whatever, you got to publish content. I don't care what format you're publishing in, you got to publish content. And I'm going to keep this thing real on a daily basis, people. If you want to see growth in terms of specifically watch hours, I'm going to focus more on watch hours. Because if your channel is monetized, views and watch hours tie into the increase in your money every month that's YouTube going to send you. That check they send you every month as a 1099 independent contractor. But bottom line, the commonality, if you want to see an increase in watch hours, you got to do the work. You got to publish content. You know, right now I'm on a trajectory path until I hit my target. My target is to hit that 10,000+ watch hours within the next 365 days. So in order for me to do that, for the past couple of months, I have been producing a total of 23 published content per day, people, and I will not stop until I hit that goal, until I reach that goal of 10,000 watch hours within the next 365 days. And 23 might sound like a lot, but in reality it's not. That 23 watch hours I've been doing every day for the past couple of months consists of shorts. It consists of a combination of live streams, like I'm doing a live stream right now. It consists of silent live streams. So I'm doing a combination of shorts, live stream, and silent live streams at a total of 23 a day, and I've been functioning at that level for going on 3 months now, and I will not stop until I hit that target of 10,000 watch hours within 365 days. And that's work, people. That's time, that's blood, dedication, sweat behind the scene of a lot of my topics. There's a tremendous amount of research behind the scene, people. Just like I'm getting ready to do a relational lecture on March 29th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's another type of published content I do, relational lectures. There's specific relational lectures. I've been doing those relational lectures now for 3 years. So there are certain relational lectures I do once a month, in addition to all of the other 23 published contents I do in a day. Do your math on that. 23 times 30 plus 1 is what? That's the level I'm functioning at, people, in order to reach my target date of getting 10,000 plus watch hours within the next 365 days. And I'm telling you, that is the only way that you are going to see increasing growth in your channel, your watch hours, your money, your brand deals. Because if you're behind, it's lazy. If you're not internally driven, you are not going to see growth the way you want to see growth in your channel. And I have well over 360,000 subscribers, people. My channel earned the YouTube Silver Play Button Award. My channel became eligible for major brand deals last year. And at the time my channel became eligible for major brand deals last year, I think I was right at 300,000 subscribers. I had been already monetized when I became eligible for brand deals. So I'm still at the stratosphere my channel's at. I'm functioning at a level right now that is so high because I got a goal to meet. But you know what? The payoff is I'm getting a return on my investments. You know, my channel, like I said, you know, it's in a whole nother stratosphere. Brand deals, people, is where you see your money. As a content creator, for the ones who got these brand deals, you know what I'm talking about. When a company goes into a contractual agreement with that content creator to pay them money to run their service and product and brand across that content creator channel, and you notice I said a contractual agreement, that's where you begin to see significant money as a content creator. But you can't just be money driven, because in order to function at my level, you know, I am internally driven. And because if you're just money driven, then you're not going to be able to want to put the footwork in, the blood, the sacrifice, the tears, the cultivate and develop and to nurture your channel to get it to where you want to get it. Rather it's views, watch hours, monetize, brand deals, silver play button award, gold play button award, diamond play button award. You hit that first 1 billion subscribers, then YouTube is going to award you the diamond play button award. That's work, people. If you ain't willing, if you are not internally driven and have a strategic business plan in place specifically for your YouTube channel, you're not going to see growth in watch hours, views, ad revenue, membership, brand deal. You ain't gonna see it. Real talk, people. So this is how everything that I just presented are all of the tips and strategies I, Marie Holiday, personally use to continue to push my channel into the next stratosphere. And when people be asking me, how do you get watch hours? And when I spit this knowledge on them and tell them exactly what I just said in this live stream lecture, they be wishing they never asked me. Because I've had many people say, oh my God, if I got to do all that, I ain't gonna do all that. I don't want to do all that. Well, I would just be looking at it. Well, you don't want to see growth in your channel. You might not have to, you might not need to do it at that level, but you need to raise the bar a little bit in regards to what you're doing right now. You got to do what works for you in terms of the amount of published content that you want to publish on a daily basis. But I say one thing that you need to the commonality, rather you publish 23 published contents a day, or 5 a day, or 3 a day, or 10 a day, you need to be publishing content on a daily basis as a content creator in order to see a rise in your watch hours and views. Bottom line, do what works for you. Do what works for yourself. I'm just giving you some tips and strategies in terms of what I'm up against. I got this goal that I got to achieve to hit that first 10,000 plus watch hours within the 365 day time frame. My prior 365 day time frame, I was a little over 9,000 watch hours. So I got to outdo that. I basically have got to outdo 9,000. And to do that, I'm gonna have to function at a level as if I'm running for office, people. Real talk. So share this information. And you notice, if you paid attention to what I just said, everything that I talked about in terms of tips and strategies to gain watch hours, views, or whatever, everything that I just talked about ties into something you must do. Can't nobody else do this for you. You didn't hear me mention anything about, getting someone to. You didn't hear me say anything about joining a playlist club and this and that, and you're depending on somebody else to run your playlist to get your watch hours. No, everything that I just mentioned is something you must do in terms of publishing various types of content to build your video catalog. Rather, it's a video upload, short, live stream, podcast, relational lecture, live footage, and investing money into preparing for YouTube paid advertising to promote your YouTube channel, to get your channel exposed to the world so they can view your channel in order to raise your watch hours. Real talk. And that is how those are the tips and strategies I have done to get my channel to the stratosphere that it's in right now. And it does not stop there. For me, it never stops with me. And I'm working on other goals, not just YouTube goals, but I just wanted to break this thing down to you. So because I hear a lot of content creators on these platforms talking about how to get watch hours, I just told you how to get watch hours. Real talk, you got to do the work. You got to sacrifice. You got to do the blood, sweat, and tears and do the work to elevate your channel to the next level. That's all I have. Simple fidelity, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.